Hey, how are you? I'm glad you stopped by to see me. I'm putting on lights today. I got some for the front and some for the back. They're LEDs. I'm not sure if they're even gonna work because what I have been led to believe is that you have to have some kind of resistor or something, or these will like blink. I'm not, all up on the whole LED lights thing, but we will put them on and see what happens. I'm looking at the bike thinking, are these really gonna fit? They're so tiny compared to the old ones that this big old brake light here might be in the way. From this angle it looks like they'll fit, so I'm gonna hope for the best, and it looks like they're the same size bolt or close enough to it where this bracket here won't be a problem. I won't have to do any kind of modifications to make them fit. I won't have to drill any holes or weld anything to it, so we'll see. I am going to have to take off the seat, and for the front, probably the tank too. I'm gonna just try taking off the seat and see if that works, but I don't remember where the front lights attached. I remember they did have these kind of attachments to it, so maybe it'll be pretty simple. Maybe I'll just unplug those, plug these in, and we'll be good to go. Let me grab my tools and we will take off the seat and see what we got. Now I just took the seat off and I have my two blinkers here. Let's see, this one is the right hand and this one's the left hand. So we'll start working on the left hand first. And I don't know if you remember or not, but when I first got this bike, there was an electrical problem and the lights wouldn't work. It took me a while to figure it out, and I had to make another ground. And so I was a little bit reluctant to open this up and start messing with the wiring and the lights because it took me so long to get it right that I didn't want to mess it up. And so, but then I thought, you know what? I did it once, I can do it again. We'll look down here and see if I could remember what I did and do the same thing for the new lights. We got two wires coming out this light. We got the negative and the positive. And so when I follow them up, I see the positive is plugged in here. So I think what I'm gonna do is just take this new light so I don't get anything mixed up. I'm assuming the yellow is the positive and the black is the negative. And I'm just going to unplug the old ones and plug in the new ones right away so nothing gets confused. So since I got the positive right here, we'll go ahead and unplug that one. And plug in that like that. It's a little loose. I need to go get some pliers to squeeze that in. And let me just, I don't want to leave this one hanging halfway here. So let me see. So this is where the negative plugs in. And look, that's what I did That's the ground wire right there that I ran in through this fender here, and I bolted it to where the seat bolts to on this underneath. And so this one needs to stay to make sure it works right. So let me take this positive, set this light down, stick this negative, and we'll get, this goes under here. Let me just stick this in there like the old one was. Maybe that will work. Oh, this one came undone. I gotta go get some pliers to squeeze that. And now this one should fit in here. All right, that one snapped in there. This one goes in here. And I have these crimping pliers, so they should work good. But I guess I won't squeeze it too hard just because I don't even know if it's gonna work. We just need to make sure it's tight enough to not come out, but loose enough where I can take it off if I need to, or at least just tight enough to get a connection. That should work. Now let's see if it'll come on. It's on, but it's not blinking. It blinked for a minute, but that was just because this wire's loose. But you know what? I replaced the flasher, and we ordered some other flashers, so maybe a different one that I have will work for this setup. Let me go see what I got. Okay, so I just have a 12-volt flasher that it didn't work when I tried it before, so I had to buy this really expensive one, and but I kept this. Let's put it on and see if that will solve the problem. I don't know. On. Haha, look at that. Well, that's pretty neat. So now I'll keep my old one. Will it fit in this box? Yeah. So this is the good expensive one that I will put away in case I put the old lights on, because this is the one that works for them. That's pretty neat that that worked like that. I am glad. I was, you don't know what the problem is, and with LEDs, it's something new, so I know it works. Let me make sure that this is real good and tight, and we'll move on to the other one. And we just gotta hope that they'll mount the same as the old ones. I really like the garage door open, but it's too cold out there. My hands are getting numb. Turn on the heater, shut the door. All right, so now let's get this other one, figure out. Okay, so this is the positive. It goes. Let's see. positive right here. Tighten that one down really good. And so let's see. And then negative has the stripe on it. I'm holding this going, oh no, one is loose, where'd it come from? That's the one I'm installing now, I haven't installed it yet. Confusing myself for no reason. Plug that and plug this one in there. And now let's see if it works. Power on and right blinker. Yeah. Good. Good, good. So I'm gonna get some electrical tape. And wrap these up good so they don't slip out or anything. And then we'll see if we can figure out where the front goes. Just moved to the front and it is a little bit more complicated because, okay, I just released the headlight. There was just 2 screws. I just screwed them back in here so they won't get lost. And all of these wires are going into the headlight. And so I can't get to them except right here where this light is. There's the negative and the positive wire, just like, see if I can get you a better view. The negative and positive are hooked to here, and then they go inside of the light through these holes around these grommets. There's 2, one on each side. There's a bunch of wires. And so the easiest way for me to do this is to just cut these wires and attach them to these. And I don't really have too much of a problem with that, just because if I decide to put these old back on, I can just solder the wires back together. It won't be a big deal. I mean, I'll cut them long enough so I can preserve these old lights if I need to. But what I got here, if we turn that on, and I got the blinker going. And so seems like I can test it by just cutting a little piece of the insulation off of this wire and touching this one. So I went ahead and did it right here and cut off a little piece. So theoretically, if I held this negative here and this positive here, it should light up. Yes, it does. I'm gonna run the battery down. So that looks like it works. So that means that I could just cut these wires and attach these ones to it, and it should work. I really hate cutting wires, but I guess I gotta do it. There's no way around it. I just remembered a present I got that I forgot about. These are solder joints. And they work like heat shrinks, but they also have solder in them that melts and creates a good connection. So I think I'm gonna test one out first, make sure it's right. If it is, then I can just snip these, and put them together. I'm pulling it and it's staying. I'm gonna try them out. Okay, psych myself up. You can do it, Betty, you can do it. Okay, so I'm gonna cut these with enough room so I can reattach them if I have to. Let me see. Oh, no time like the present. I wish I could have a better camera angle for you to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, this one's negative. I gotta feed it through here before I put it together. That wouldn't be good. Now I just gotta be careful not to melt something that doesn't need to be melted. Catch something on fire. Well, we'll see if that worked. Well, I gotta hook the other one up first. And then we'll turn it on, see what happens. Ready to see if it works? It did, it worked. So good. Whew. One more side and we'll be done. Pull at these for a bit and see if they, yeah. They seem to be holding, so that's good. That's good. All right, so. Okay, get a little bit organized here. Take this nut off. Okay, let's see if we can do this. This goes down. This nut goes off. And I'll put it in my pocket. And now this one gets loosened. That's not where it goes through. Up here. That's where the headlight is. Alright. Oh, nut doesn't hook in here. That one's not broke. Okay, let me do that. Now. Yeah, we're taking one at a time. Remember I said negative had the white stripe. So there we go. Push that onto there. And light her up. All right, let's see if it works. On and left. See, right. They're just there's some kind of something not wired right, even though I feel like I put it together exactly like it was before. So I'm gonna have to do some more research on this. I am freezing and I just can't stay out here in this garage any longer, so I'm gonna have to call it a night. But pretend you don't know that they flash the same, and look at it. It looks good, doesn't it? I mean, those little, you don't even really see those little lights. Let me give you a closer view. Those big chrome ones just stuck out. And I get it that there's a lot of chrome on this bike, but I didn't think that I would like them. But I do. There's something about that big old tail light. I gotta do something about the brake light. But those little LEDs are pretty slick. Looks totally different than it did when I first got it. I like it. It's cool. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great night. Take care. Bye-bye.